Right, just wanted to run through a quick method of doing a double exposure. So I'm going to open my photograph. I'm going to use the female profile that's been provided, but you can use your own image. Then I'm going to cut her out because she needs to be on white. Well, actually, let's do it without cutting her out first of all. Let's use this slightly grey background. And then go File, Open, and use the trees. And there's the trees. You'll see they appear there and there. We need to put the trees with the female profile. So I shall, using the Move tool, drag the trees up, holding down left click, and then bring it down and then let go. Let's make the trees a bit bigger by going Edit, Transform, Scale, and hold down Shift, and then drag the picture to the edge so that we fit one over the other, and then apply that. Click on the Move tool, then apply it. Now we've got one above the other. If I right click on this, let's see what happens. Right click, Blending Options, Normal, Screen, and it kind of works using the screen blend. So what's happening is where it's dark, that's where the picture appears, where the blend happens. But you can see there's lots and lots of stuff around the edge we don't really need, like all of this. These bits of tree you can see through. So we'll OK that anyway. And then, in order to try and get rid of these trees, the bits, ghost images around the edge that we don't need, what we need to do is to make this, instead of being grey on the original image, we need to make it white. So if we go to this background image, go to Image, Adjustments, Levels, take this top one here, which is the white, and as you see, as we move it, all the trees start to disappear except where the image is still white. OK that, and that in a sense is all there is to it. You can move where the trees come to. It's quite nice to have an image where she's disappearing into the background, and it's also quite a nice idea to try it in grayscale. And the way you would do that is you would highlight that one, that layer there, press Shift, highlight that layer, right click to merge the layers, and then go up to Image, Adjustments, Hue and Saturation, and Grayscale. OK, and it kind of tends to look a bit more convincing when it's in grayscale. OK, so that's stage one. Now if I Control Alt Delete and go back, this is useful if you have an image which really isn't on grey at all, on a clear background, and you've got lots of stuff going on in the background. Basically you want to cut her out of this image, of this background. Use the Quick Selection tool, highlight everything inside the figure up to the edges of her hair, zoom in, which is the shortcut is Z, but you can zoom in. Use the Quick Selection tool just to pick these bits out, zoom in further, make sure you're getting all the edges of the figure and you're not missing anything out. There's a weird bit of nose missed there. Quick Selection tool rather, and just pick that up, and then refine the edges, and that will allow you to sort out the hairline here. You can change the size of this brush, that's about right, and just run it along the edge next to the hair, and it'll start to pick out all those bits that you couldn't get when you first selected her. So let's just do all of that very roughly. Picks out those bits that we need. We'll do a bit there as well. OK, now we've got her on that layer, got her highlighted rather, we need to put her on a new layer. So Control J, she's on a new layer. She's been selected from the background, and now she's on a blank background. We can use that to make our double exposure, but if we bring the trees into that one, you will see what happens. Drag it in, up over the top, drag it down again, Let's zoom out and have a look. Edit, transform, scale, hold down shift, drag the corner, make it fit, apply it. See that that one's above that one. We can put it the other way up actually just to make it clearer. Okay, we put her on a nice background. Right click, blending options, normal, screen. Okay, doesn't quite work, does it? Because we've got all of this round the back, because you can see this is just showing through the other layer. So what we really need to do is to put this layer on white. So let's go back, Control Alt Z, forget the blending option, make a new layer, layer new, layer, OK, edit, fill, using white in the contents, OK, put it behind her so we can see her in front of it, and then highlight the two and merge the layers. Now when we try blending options, it works. And that's all there is to it. Your task really now is to try to improve these, try to adjust where parts of the image come through so that we do interesting things like kind of disappear faces and things like that, and just generally explore the potential of this process.